So right now it's creating the background. All of my YouTube thumbnails have something in the background, like a screenshot. Now it's putting the gradient that I have on every thumbnail. And then I put the text and the picture of me. And we watch the whole thing happen right here. Claude Design is one of the most overlooked tools in the entire Claude ecosystem. It does for design what Claude Code did for agentic coding. And I genuinely believe that if you use it correctly, you can replace one of your subscriptions, be it PowerPoint, Figma, Canva, or even some animation software. I use it all the time and I don't think it's being talked about enough. I did a video when Claude Design first came out going over the basics. I'll link to that above. And it even got upgraded recently, making it even better. In this video, I'm going to go over the updates and show you how I'm actually using it. Specifically, I'm going to show you slide deck presentations, animations, how I use it to create thumbnails, and of course, prototyping and wireframing. But first of all, the most important update is usage. Originally, when Claude Design came out, it had its own usage meter, but now it's pulled together with all your other Claude usage. You can see it here within usage. I don't know what's going on, but since Fable disappeared, I haven't even been coming close to my usage limits, and I use it all a lot. Claude Design itself got a whole new UI. One huge tip that I have that I see many people glossing over are design systems. Design systems are the difference between generic AI slop, even in Claude Design, and your own personal touch. Apps, your websites, your presentations, how you want it all to look. Design systems were around before, but creating them got even easier. If you go to design systems, you can see mine here. Dark Punch is my main one. That's the style I like to present in. But I have a specific one for Instagram carousels. I have one for the apps that I make. I have one for the animations that I make. I have one for thumbnail design, and you'll see all that in action right now. But if you wanted to create a design system, the previous way you were able to do that was to connect to Figma or GitHub or just even upload assets. But even better is now doing it with Claude Code. Essentially, out of the box, what happens here is if you have a project specifically in React and Claude Code has access to the repo, you can tell it to use this new /command design-sync, and it will look at all your assets, package them up, it takes a few minutes, and upload it directly to Claude Design. And that's how they want you to use it. But what if you don't build in React? Well, I found even if you don't work in React, you could explain to Claude Code that you're trying to use Claude Design and you want to use the design system /command. And once you send it off to get all the context about how Claude Design works, it is able to build a design system no matter what you're using. You may have to do a bit of convincing, but it works. Even more than that, that's how I convinced it to build my thumbnails. Claude Code has access to all my thumbnails, and I just kept iterating with it back and forth between me, Claude Code, and Claude Design until it started creating great thumbnails for me. So it's all possible. So just showing you presentation, for example, this is all with my Dark Punch design system. This is how I like it. When I built this presentation, I had to go out and do research, make sure it's all grounded. And I did that because Claude Design is connected to MCPs. So if you go in here really quickly, you see connectors. You can see all the different MCPs and connectors it's connected to. In my case, I had it use Consensus and Bright Data to go get all the data, get all the facts, so that we could build an actual data-driven presentation. But we're here talking about design. So it built this whole entire presentation. And in it, you can see some new features like tweaks. You can describe a tweak you want, or you could have it come up with a tweak on its own. We don't need any tweaks here. You can have it edit. So now if I wanted to click through to one of these elements, I could change it. You see the whole element tree here. You could also look at it from a code perspective, or you can make it very basic. So if you're used to Canva, this is great. If you're used to Figma, this Pro toggle shows you a lot more options. Once you press present, you have this new option in this tab. And what's really cool is just like in PowerPoint, it shows you your present slide, your previous slide, the next slide, and also your speaker notes. Here's another one I created about Fable 5. Again, all the sources on the bottom, and just like in school, I have it put all the sources at the end as well. So you can click through and see the actual numbers. I know I did a video on Claude for PowerPoint a few weeks ago. I don't even think we need it anymore. I'm building all my presentations here within Claude Design. I'm very, very happy with how it comes out. And doing this in PowerPoint, even with Claude for PowerPoint, is more work and also takes more tokens. The next thing I want to show you is animations. So for an upcoming video about skills and MCPs and making sure you don't download sketchy open source software, I had it make this animation. So I just gave it context. I told it I wanted to be an animation, and this is what I built. Check this out. They created this whole thing showing the stars growing up, making it look like GitHub, making it look like you're installing via the terminal. It's crazy. In this case, I had it create the animation for Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but I also had it create it for YouTube. So look here, 2 different versions. So here's the YouTube version. Full screen. Again, if we present it, it created this whole animation, barely ate in my usage. It used my style and went and got context, and I'm very happy about how this came out. And it's crazy that this is included in the Claude subscription. Let's just create a thumbnail for this video. So I'm going to go and click Design Systems, and I'm going to click Jared Blue Thumbnail Design. Let's make a thumbnail for my YouTube video about Claude Design that says Claude Design got even better. So I'm going to send this off, and we can see here that it's reading my design system. So there's a brand.md, the brand tokens, examples, levels. And now it's asking me some clarifying questions, specifically what I want in the background. So I'm just going to say mock a Claude Artifacts design canvas. I don't know why it looks weird. It's asking me which headshot pose. I'm going to choose a thumbs up pose. And then which word should be yellow. I'm going to say better. So we're going to click continue and we see it working. So right now it's creating the background. All of my YouTube thumbnails have something in the background, like a screenshot, and it's generating the screenshot right now. Now it's putting the gradient that I have on every thumbnail. And then I put the text and the picture of me. And we watched the whole thing happen right here. So when it was done, it screenshotted it and evaluated it and then made some changes. I actually don't like the changes because the text is too small. So let's just go into edit mode now. Click edit. Now I'm just doing simple edits via the Pro tab. So I just use the edit option to slightly drag things around. Let's say we wanted to make the word Claude orange. So I'm going to press markup. I'm going to select this. I'm going to say make the word Claude orange. I'm putting in this watch. And this may seem simple, but I'll remind you, it created a background, it added a transparent layer, added text, it colored some of the text, it added my thumbnail, moved it all around, all in one shot. And that's based on the design system that I created in Claude Code. And this is something I used to spend a lot of time doing in Canva. So very, very cool. And the other great use case, of course, specifically for development is UI design. This is like a replacement of Figma. I told it about my old app and I had it redesign it. And basically it created a high fidelity prototype. So now if we wanted to click through, we could actually go through the onboarding. I'm 18, of course. And this is so cool and so powerful because the amount of time people spend in Claude Code having it design user interfaces and tweaking it is a huge waste of tokens. And the amount of time that I used to spend having my CTO or my developers change and modify the UI based on Figma designs was also a waste of time. Being able to really quickly iterate and prototype here within Claude Design for apps and for websites is huge. And of course, just like everything else, you can edit it directly just like you would in Figma. So you see the tree here, all the elements, so many things, so many properties you could change. Again, this is no longer in research preview, it is now in beta, but it is so powerful, especially because we can import to Claude Code, we can export from Claude Code, and you have this whole feedback loop. Now, I'm using Claude Design in the browser, but you don't need that anymore. It actually shows up within the Claude Desktop app. You see it down here, Design. I don't know why it's not up here. It should be next to Cowork and Claude Code. I'm guessing it will go up there soon. If you go into there, it opens up this little web view, and you get the same thing, Claude Design Beta. A few other tips. I'm obviously on the Claude Max plan, and I've been using it with Claude Opus. It's done a really great job. Sonnet 4.6 isn't that bad. I think Sonnet 5 is coming out soon, so that may be good. But I will tell you this, if you use Claude Design with Haiku, don't expect great results. That's all I'm going to say. Now, the main reason I made this video is because I'm using Claude Design a lot. I wanted to show you that Claude is not just for writing, not just for development, but it can actually create great assets, things you can actually use for your job, for work, for making money here within Claude Design. If it's a presentation, or it's an animation, or it's a mock-up, or if it's even a thumbnail, I'm sure at some level, no matter what you do, there's some element of creating presentations or documents or animations that you would either pay someone to do, or you pay for some software and do it manually, or you just wouldn't do it at all. And when Claude Design first came out, it was already really good, but it wasn't clear to me how useful it would actually be. Unlike video generation and unlike image generation, which are really cool, this type of tool has value for everyone. If you're in development, if you're a knowledge worker, if you're preparing slide decks, there's so many use cases, and I hope just showing you how I use it will help inspire you to think about how you can use it, especially if you're paying for Claude already. So I hope you found this video helpful or insightful. If you have any questions or feedback, drop in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me grow. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.